A very deep shelf may slope down 600 feet. That's deep enough to cover 100 men standing on each other's shoulders.
Benchmark School is a school that helps students who learn differently reach their full potential with research-based processes.
What Benchmark does really well is it offers a very traditional independent school experience with a very uniquely personalized educational approach, one that looks holistically at the kid. It is also about the affective supports and structures that kids need to see themselves as competent, lifelong learners.
The SWAG is a no-cost program for kids 4 through 8, primarily for underserved communities, African Americans, and immigrants. And right now we're located in North Philly, Southwest Philly, South Philly, Upper Darby, and West Philly.
SWAG is very much aligned in what Benchmark is trying to do in terms of how we view children, right? That they are unique unto themselves and at a very early age really benefit from exposure to excellent adults in their lives.
With SWAG, it's certainly a big goal of theirs to find prospective players, but it's also just a big thing to grow the game. The short term of, okay, if we can find particular players that we think can come in and help the union, it's a big plus for us. But there's also the long term of like growing soccer in the US and growing soccer in places that it hasn't been played necessarily. So I think there's that twofold approach that SWAG does for us.
So my son, Riley Griffith, has benefited tremendously from the Benchmark program. He wants to read a lot more. Instead of jumping on a quick, FIFA game, he's more engaged with reading his either comic book or one of the books he pulled from the library or one of the books he bought from the school. So reading obviously is a huge focus at Benchmark, and that engagement obviously is going to go a long way because obviously the reading comprehension is going to help, especially on the pitch. Well, giving kids that voice and the ability to express themselves freely really, really helps.
Benchmark is helping me getting better at learning because if I need help with something, if I have to raise my hand, and then they can come to me and help me with whatever I need.
I kind of used to struggle with my reading, but it's helped me a lot better.
A way Benchmark has helped me learn is because the teachers are nice and they help us learn new strategies.
I think building rapport with children is the biggest part of helping them learn. They have to be able to trust us in order for us to reach them. And so it's my job to figure out what helps them tick. Just this morning, I have a student who was, demonstrating some challenging behaviors, and I just thought, I need to just stop and have a moment with this child. So we started talking about cars, and it was my job to try to just have that moment so I could build that relationship. And then for the rest of the class period, he was a little more settled. Every day there was an experience like that I could speak to.
Benchmark began conversations with the SWAG really over a year ago with Steve and Christina Graham, who are benefactors of the SWAG and past parents of Benchmark. As we started to explore as a school ways in which we could make an impact beyond what we were already doing. Everything we do at Benchmark is about impact, conveniently aligned with what the SWAG is designed to do, right? Make early impact on kids as they start to develop their own identities around soccer, who they are as student athletes, begin to provide a new pillar of that experience, which is exposure to excellent education. They are getting excellent coaching on the pitch. They are being exposed to excellent adults in their communities, friendships, and one thing we felt could set them up for success, whatever their trajectory may be, to give them exposure to an education like Benchmark can provide, gives them everything they need to unlock all of their latent potential.
The SWAG doesn't just want us to be good soccer players, they also want us to be good learners.
Not everything is first is education, then soccer.
Can we find a solution? Well done. We always talk about student athletes and, what comes first? Student. So, we want students obviously in the classroom and obviously students in the game. If you're a high achiever in the classroom, that usually transitions to the pitch.
For the Junior Academy, with our Talent ID, we run a series of tryouts for different age groups in the winter and spring, and try to pick some guys that we think are ready, and then some guys who we feel like there's something special there that we can help develop and nurture and give them time. And playing the long game is usually pretty important, and that's a good thing with SWAG too, is that they can find this time outside of the field too, like being at Benchmark. I think Ryan does a really good job of guiding them and bringing them along with these individual sessions as well.
So recently I went to see the SWAG kids play soccer, and I met them where they thrive on the soccer field, and it was so exciting to see their excitement to see me, but my excitement to be with them. And over the time that I've met them and experienced them, they are a group of boys that have a great deal of character at such a young age. It's really exciting to see them interact in this new community where we are helping them reach their learning potential, but they have already come to the table with such gifts. I had them in guided study, and the first time we had it, they laid on the carpet reading for that last half hour, and I had to take a picture because it was like this beautiful moment of, children come here because they struggle as readers, and they just couldn't wait to just read, and it was really exciting to see that.
And the first chapter is really just about Uncle Warren, New York.
When kids come to us, I think it's first important to note that not every kid has had the same experience. Some have struggled, yes. Others are just looking for a little bit more attention or focus on some things that may be missing in their current schooling.
The ability now to take what is given and then apply is huge. And then it also gives them the confidence on the back end to then ask a lot more questions in training, because you now build up a system where you're like, okay, I have this resource, I'm going to utilize it, and then it transitions to the field like, oh, you know what? I'm not quite sure about that, but now I know I have a voice. Hey, coach, can you break this down for me? You know what I mean? So that's how I think the transition is going to definitely help.
I think students and teachers need a trusting relationship in order for the students to reach their full potential. Being the science teacher, I see children over a number of years, building trust and them knowing that they can trust me as a person who's mentoring them and giving them guidance helps them reach out when they are feeling like they're having the most difficult moments. And I think that helps learning progress more than it would if you did not have a relationship there.
For them to have an opportunity to have something different and to try and be, essentially pioneers in their own way of trying this program and see if they're, the first ones that can make it really work for everyone else. It's a good test for them, and it's a good test for the program as well.
The affirmations and SWAG are a huge part of our program. We really want the kids to believe. We start with, I'm a leader.
I'm a leader.
I'm strong.
I'm strong.
I'm smart.
I'm smart.
And lastly, I'm going to change the world.
I'm going to change the world.
I'm going to change the world on 3.
1, 2, 3, I'm going to change the world.
Good job, boys and girls.
Our partnership with the SWAG has just begun. We have 4 students who've just joined us, a 5th one coming soon. We hope to continue to grow those as we believe this partnership with the SWAG can continue to make a significant impact on these kids' lives for years to come.